Guess what? You can now relax. I got the enemies behind your success, and today with me are 5 of them. And guess this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share with you each and every enemy. What is it and how does it actually affect you? And what exactly can you do so that at least you can conquer the enemy, realize the full potential, and we can be able to grow ourselves as far as the finance is concerned, the social is concerned, and we can actually improve ourselves in a very tremendous way. And I know you've been looking forward to this and saying, hey, what might be the enemies behind my success? And today, that's the video that you've been looking forward into. The only thing that I want you to do, which is free actually, is to just don't press any button, or apart from liking the video and also, subscribing to the channel so that you'll be notified. Just watch this video to the end. It might be the 14 minutes that's gonna save your life, and we can go ahead and do something as far as our life is concerned. Let's get into the business now. Okay, the first enemy of your success, guess what has been? And by the way, it's not only you, most of the people. And by the way, let me just ask a very simple question. If you were to go out there and count between the rich and the wealthy, who are actually majority? You're right. The rich are actually the minority, and so people who are actually struggling here and there are the majority, not only in any continent, but globally. That is how is actually the thing is. Okay, now the point is this. Do you know what is affecting most of the people, including you? You guess it right. Number one, it's something called comfort. Comfort. If there is an enemy of progress, if there is an enemy of progression, achieving things, it's comfort. Comfort is the ultimate thing that is affecting a lot of people's life. Let me explain what is a comfort. A comfort is this situation whereby it's, we call it the unbothered situation, whereby, are you just comfortable? Wherever you come from, whatever amount of money you make, like say you make 30,000, you're just okay. Why? You're paying your bills, you're eating, your kids are going to school, you're just okay. You are in a certain place whereby most of the people who surrounds you, maybe you live in a ghetto, and then you see like everyone is like, you are like, it's not only me. We are like, this is like the norm. You come from Africa and then you're poor, and then you can justify yourself by, you see, I come from Africa, so you justify yourself using those parameters. The other thing is like, hey, I'm a graduate, I didn't get a job, but guess what? 7 of my friends whom I hang around, they also don't have a job. By the way, we are struggling the same. So it's not a big deal, by the way, and those kind of things. No. Let me tell you one thing. Now, that is what we call the comfort. Again, let's say maybe you're even a business person. You're starting a business. Or maybe you've already started a business. The business is doing good, but you don't want to, try out. You don't want to expand. You don't want to be out there because, there's some of the limitations that you have. Probably the business is meeting all the things, and that is the problem. For example, when I started making these videos in this channel, I keep on pushing. I never even thought that I can reach 1,000 subscribers. You reach 2,000 subscribers. You keep on pushing. You reach 100. You keep on pushing. You keep on. There is no way you keep on pushing. That's what the life is. Life is full of new things that you can explore, and that is the beauty of life. And that's why you see most of the successful people, even when they achieve it, obviously they celebrate the milestone that they have achieved, and at the same time they keep on pushing it. They hate comfort. But then there is a certain YouTuber I usually follow in Kenya. I won't mention the name. The guy migrated from this country to a different country, and the reason why he said, hey, guess what? I do not love when I feel comfortable. I just love to challenge myself and go out there and explore new things. And that is what we say comfort. Avoid comfort. Try as much as you can so that you are not comfortable, and you can actually stretch yourself and be able to explore new world as you move along the way. The same case when it comes to success. If you want to make a change, do not blame anybody. Say, hey, guess what? Yeah, I come from a ghetto, but I'm not comfortable with this environment. I have to try as much as you can. For example, say you come from Kibra. Kibra is one of the biggest slum in Kenya. So you can say, hey, I'm gonna be going out there, hang around with people from Kileleshwa, try to look for job in Kilimani, try to look for job in Parklands, being out in CBD, try to see people how they behave, how they talk, how they dress. Have you ever met a ghetto person? They talk even like a ghetto way. For example, I usually have some clients who come to my inbox and they just approach me in a very informal way. Oh yeah, you work on your language, work on how you behave. Just because you come from ghetto does not mean you have to present yourself in a ghettoric way, if that term exists anyway. Let's get the point. Now, the other thing, the other enemy that people usually have is an enemy called procrastination. To procrastinate is to, hey, Fine, I was to start, doing some workouts today, but due to, I'm a little bit late. So what I'm gonna do is that, hey, how about I start tomorrow? And those kind of, today I'm not gonna. You procrastinate is to, sort of say, hey, I ain't gonna do today. I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna do the other time. Hey, I'm gonna start saving. By the way, this is my year. I'm gonna start saving from today because I usually earn daily. And maybe today you didn't save and say, I still have like 364 days to go. The next day you don't say, I still have. Okay, let me just do this. For the moment you realize a month is gone without you saving, you start saying, hey, guess what? Okay, fine. The 60 days are gone, all right? So the 300, the clean 300 that are coming, hey, I'm going to do something about it, okay? I'm going to start saving. And by the way, I'm going to buy shares, okay? I'm going to invest in money market fund immediately. Yeah, I'm going to do that, yeah. And then after some time, you're like, I do this, yeah? You'll never do anything if you keep on procrastinating. Can you imagine if I was procrastinating this channel? I say, hey, I'm not going to upload video today. Let me just, relax. What does it mean? You keep on doing the thing. Sometimes we don't do things because we really love them. We do things because they ought to be done. And that's why I always say there should not be a boring day for a man. It's supposed to keep on pushing it. You keep on, do not procrastinate. And by the way, there's a comment that I've seen on my videos. I was talking about starting saving from day 1 of January. And a lot of people get, mesmerized. They're so happy. There is that frantic energy that is hovering around when the year starts. But let me tell you a secret. There is nothing. You can start saving any time of the day. You can even start saving on July 1st, July 22, or maybe April 2nd, whichever the day. If you can make a decision right now, it doesn't have to be at the beginning of the year. Right now, provided from that day that you've started, count the other 365 days to come, or 366 in case of a leap year. Whichever the time is, you have to start now. You know what they say? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the next best time to plant a tree, do you know what it is? It is today and right now. That is what you're supposed to understand and do. And do not start focusing on, hey, I wish I did this 10 years ago. I wish. There's somebody I saw making a comment on my video and they're saying, hey, I really wish Joseph I met you like 10 years ago. No, forget about that. That's past. If you focus on that, you're actually going to develop anxiety. You're going to be confused and you're going to actually go out there, demotivate yourself. You lose the zeal. So right now, pick it up yourself from where you are, even if you're at 50, 60, 70, whatever the time you are in, go ahead and do something about it. So do not procrastinate. That is an enemy of progression. It's an enemy of success. Number 3 is something called mindset. Mindset. If there's something great that can make you money, it's mindset. If something also great that can actually deter you from achieving your greatness, it is actually your mindset. How you perceive things. Have you ever met somebody who has what we call the scarcity mindset? Scarcity mindset, this individual, they usually think that money is a limited commodity, it's not out there. Not everyone can actually make it. And the moment they get the money, they hold the money, they keep it by themselves. They hold it dear. Have you ever tried to take a child and sort of, grab them and hold them like so tightly towards you? They kind of resist that thing. And that's how the money behaves like. See, if you are out there and you try to have a thinking like, money is in limited commodity, and at the moment you get it, you have to, just hold it dear, not on the basis, okay, it's good to hold it dear, but on the basis of investing in future. And I always say, don't have any, do not even focus or even if saving your money if your intention is not to invest it in the future. And if you can actually go ahead and save money with an intention of reaching a certain capital for the purposes of you investing it in future, that's a good way to do it. Okay, but there's some people who you tell them or you ask them, what are you planning to do? I'm just saving. And then you ask them, okay, what's the ultimate goal? I'm just saving. Money is not out there. And then they behave as if money is actually running out. That is a mindset that can actually limit you or deter you from achieving your limited opportunity. And by the way, another mindset that actually also affects people is this mindset like, hey, I am poor because someone is rich. I am poor because I come from a certain continent. I am poor because of my color. I am poor because I am poor because of the government. I am poor. All that kind of a mindset is actually a limitation to you achieving the greatness. And one day, at that time that you realize that most of the things that is actually between our ears, you actually gonna do something great as far as your mind is concerned. Because what you conceptualize here, you sell it to your subconscious, and at the end of the day, that's what you vibrate and attract. You're supposed to be very careful how you think about money, what you say with your mouth, because what you confess is actually what you possess. All right? So it is good to make sure that you do what we call the mind shift. And that's why at the moment you you meet these people who would like to take you through the situation that you are in. They sometimes don't even ask you what's going on. They just want to understand how you perceive things. Then they work on your perception. Then they work of you, how you, sort of handle things and all those kind of things. So if you can manage to work on your mindset, that can be the best thing that can actually change and transform your life as you progress to the next level. Number four is about something called fear. Have you ever heard something called fear? Fear is also a limitation that is actually deterring people from actually exercising their full potential. And there are two types of fear. Fear A, usually have this fear that people, they fear what we call the failure. You fear to fail. You fear to fail. You say, hey, guess what? I just want to go out there. I'm a musician. I'm wondering. I just want to be a YouTuber. I want to make content. But I'm fearing if I make a video, will people even watch? I don't know. I don't even trust my English. I think I don't have the best English. I don't come from a native speaking English country. I don't know what. That's fear. You don't know. I just have some few coins. If I start a business, I'm fearing if it will it even fail. You see, your life is so much inclined to the fear. And I always tell people, if the fear of making money actually surpasses the urge of making it, rather, let me repeat, if the fear of losing money surpasses the urge of making it, never get into business, because that is not an area that you can explore. All right, but you're supposed to always have that. Yes, you understand something can happen in a business, but at the end of the day, if you were to compare the two, what the urge of making money vis-a-vis the fear of losing it, the urge of making it is actually way heavier, or rather it's way bigger than that of actually losing the money. Then you have the ability to get into the business. Now that is what we call the fear of fail. All right, and I always tell people, if you fail, guess what happens? You learn a lesson, that's for sure. For example, if I push this channel up to this particular point, I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. All right, right now I'm not saying I'm perfect, but we keep on pushing and learning each and every day. All right, the other thing, there's also a type of a fear that people also fear, or sort of people actually get into it, is called the fear of success. I've ever met some people asking you, hey, I don't know, what if it actually shoots out there and become more successful? Will I be able, if they welcome me in the TV stations or something, how will I even handle it? By the way, if this thing goes over spill, I don't know, how can I actually even handle that specific thing? The fear of the success. There's some people who fear success. I've met them. They tell me, hey, Joseph, I really feel deep inside of me, if I dare do this thing, all right, this thing will go and bust it out there. How will I handle that thing? They fear it. By the way, even content creators, they know there's that video that you can make and say, hey, you know what? I just have that feeling deep inside of me. This video gonna trend. And it's true, it ends up trending and it brings you millions of views to your channel. That's what happens. So if you're like, oh my goodness, is it the best message that I'm sharing? But by the way, what if it has a backlash? And by the way, there was one thing I came to realize. The moment you have that video that actually trends and you have a lot of millions of views out there, you actually have some people who make bad comments about you, like, oh, what have you done yourself? You're telling us to do this. What have you done? Who are you? And all those kind of things. And by the way, if you just make a video that maybe gets like 500 views, 200 or 10 views, or maybe 16 views, then you end up having, like everyone loving you. But when you make a video that goes out there, even idiots watch them. And I'm sorry to use that term. It is true. That's what happens. So do not fear actually success. Go out there, face it. Do you know these ultra wealthy people, how much backlash they usually face in a day? Do you know how many people they usually employ in their lives? Do you know how many people sometimes, and that's why you find these people, they have really absorbed too much pressure to a point whereby when even you make comments, they don't even respond, because sometimes you don't deserve their energy. They just look at you, and sometimes we may wonder, look, if it was me with all that money, I could do this. No, they don't do that. They have seen a lot. That's where they are today. The last one, but not the least, is all about indiscipline. This is another thing that is actually affecting people. Indiscipline, okay? Indiscipline is this essence of actually not doing what you said you're gonna do, all right? Say you said at the beginning of this year, I'm gonna be doing something called savings. I'm gonna do something called investments. You don't even consider, you're not even consistency, because what brings the consistency is the discipline. The discipline that you have deep inside of you, that's what actually brings the consistency. But there you are, you're just riding on the walk in the park, you're just doing anything and everything. It's not even related to what you said that you're gonna do. And let me tell you one secret. Everyone deep inside of themselves, they have this urge, they have the vision, they have everything. They even have some vision boards and all those kind of things things, but when it comes to actualizing that what they said, that's where they draw the line. And let me tell you one secret. Just being great in life does not mean just writing those greatness somewhere. It also means walking your talk. Don't have what you call the paradox of action. You're actually one of the people who is out there, and your consistency, you're doing that thing continuously. All right, that's what we said. Okay, now those are 5 things that are called the enemies of success, and I've identified to you how they actually limit you, and again how you can use them to your benefit to achieve all that greatness. That marks the end of my video, but don't forget this: if you would like to get my booklet, if you'd like to get my services, if you'd like to have a call with me, a conversation as far as the investments are concerned, I offer those services, obviously, for a cup of coffee's price. Get that number of mine from the description of this specific video. Give me that call and let's talk business. For now, it's a goodbye, and see you in the next one.